his dick and twist it!
Yeah, grab his dick and twist it. Yeah. Probably one of the greatest sound bites we have now on this show is grab his dick and twist it. Hey, we're here to save lives. If you need to, listen, I'm not going to judge you if you get in a scuffle and you're like, I don't know how this thing's going to end. Well, I better go break out the old dick twist, okay? I'm not going to judge you for that.
Grab his dick and twist it!
I do not care.
Do I give a fuck?
Nope, I don't. I don't. I gotta be honest, guys. I was like, I don't know what I should open the show with. Then I stumbled upon the old dick twist soundbite, and I'm like, yes, absolutely. Money. Money, money, money. But then I was like, what if I would have, there's so many different sound bites that I could have started with.
Let's put it this way. I'd be busting nuts like a squirrel.
But I didn't want to do that because I was like, where does that conversation go? Talking about squirrels. Although my neighbor Scott, I was talking to him this morning, and he's saying that his dog treed a squirrel today, right? And he went out there, and Scott has this like pole, like a 12-foot pole, and he was trying to poke the squirrel to get it to move so it could just move on. Otherwise, the dog is just going to sit there barking at it, blah, 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 right? And then Scott said all of a sudden, the squirrel, which Scott and his dog are standing side by side, the squirrel's in front of them up in the tree. He said all of a sudden, the squirrel just like jumped down right at his feet, which in all honesty, that's a weird fear I have is squirrels. I've come face to face with squirrels where they're like 3 feet away from my face. And all I can imagine is it's going to jump on my face and claw the shit out of me. It's a weird, stupid fear I have. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm quite the pussy. I am. So anyway, the squirrel jumps at their feet, and Scott and his dog, which his dog likes to hunt squirrels, were just in shock. They're like, what? The dog doesn't do anything because it's the easiest play possible, right? I always tell the kids playing baseball, I was like, I get the difficult plays. Don't screw up the easy plays. This was an easy play. All the dog had to do was just move forward, chomp on it, boom, win. But they were taken back. They're like, this is not supposed to happen. And I think the squirrel just had this moment of like, I'm going to fuck you up. Then he gets close and he realizes, well, Scott's like 6'6". The dog's gigantic too. And he's like, you know what? I made a bad life choice. And then I guess the squirrel just turns and just leaps like 10 feet or whatever the hell it was to safety. Like, that's so bizarre. You know that squirrel was just like, fuck it. You only live once. Face your fears. He's been going to a counselor. He's been trying to fight some inner demons, right? Had a bad childhood or something. Was always chased by dogs. Well, now there's a dog chasing him again. And he's got this giant man poking him with a stick. And he's like, no, not today. Not today. Then he confronts it and he's like, oh, this is a bad choice. This is not good. He fucked around and almost found out. But thankfully,
I didn't do fucking shit!
And he got out of there. He's going to go tell his, his squirrel buddies, like, dude, I don't know what I was thinking. I almost died today. I was, burying nuts, and then I did this, and I was just trying to do my job. I was trying to do my job and protect the nuts. I don't know if you guys know this.
I suck at this job.
Yeah, we know, Carl. We know. You and Todd both suck at this job. Good times. Hey, DeHuff, what'd you talk about on the show today? Well, I spent like 4.5 minutes talking about squirrels, how I'm scared of them, and how one made a bad life choice. Okay. Yeah. They're like, that sounds interesting. It does. Listen, if you can't laugh at stupid things, what's going on in your world, man? Don't take things so seriously. Goodness gracious. I have this beautiful bottle of tequila behind me. It's Blanco. It's sold here in Colorado, but they, obviously make it in Mexico. And it's like, fuck yes. Fuck yes is what it's called. Kind of a gimmicky name, but a beautiful flavor. And I don't remember my angle on this now. It's like, it's all about celebrating life. That's what it is. It's all about celebrating those fuck yes moments. And you know what? Come on. Come on. It's almost the weekend. Have a moment where you're just like, fuck yes. Come on. Whether you get tequila or not. Come on. Just don't be so wound tight is basically what I'm getting at. Pull your head out of your butt. Don't be a prude. Come on. Let's get crazy. Hold on. Let me get comfortable. Oh. Is it all the way up? No. I can't even see it. I'm implying that I had a small penis. There you go. It's a weird show. It's a weird vibe today, guys. I got to be honest. Weird vibe. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button as well as the like button and notification button, if you could, please, wherever you're consuming this, whether you're watching or maybe you're just listening to it. Either way, doesn't matter. I appreciate you consuming it. And don't forget, today's show is presented to you by the great people over at Roof Goat USA. I'll tell you more about Roof Goat USA in just a little bit. But what we need to do now, let's move into some headlines.
Let's go! Let's go!
And now, here are the headlines.
I am dumb. I got to be honest. I'm a big dumb animal. That's fine. Hey, I'm not an art guy. I don't understand art. And we talked about that guy that the biggest joke and biggest insult to other artists is that guy that sold a painting for a couple $1 million. It wasn't even a painting, excuse me. It was just art, where it was a banana duct taped to a wall that was a certified art piece. I want to say, what did we say? It was like $2 million it sold for. And some dickhead guy with a bunch of money to waste, he should be investing in this show. That would be a better investment, okay? But instead, some rich guy that wants to crap away money bought it, has a certificate that says that he can duct tape any banana to a wall and it will be this art piece, right? Which is ridiculous, which tells you that anybody with money could be that artist, which is a joke. But anyway, I hate art, at least art like that, okay? Now, speaking of art, there's a museum, a Dutch museum that has a huge painting. It's like 7 feet by 6 feet, something crazy like that, by an artist named Mark Rothko. And the painting's worth like tens of millions of dollars. It's a very expensive painting. Well, it had to be removed from its display at this Dutch museum because the museum didn't bother to protect it. It's worth tens of millions of dollars, right? I have baseball cards that are worth like $1 and they're in protective cases. That's more protection than this Dutch museum did for this tens of millions dollar worth painting, whatever. I said that weird, but you're welcome. Right? They're in my drawer. I got them right now. But anyway, they didn't do shit to protect this painting. And then a family comes in with their like little kid, must be like a toddler. You know, toddlers. You got to put, some people put like bumpers on like coffee tables and whatnot because they're just, let's be honest, they're like drunk adults. They're just small drunk adults. That's what they are. They have no idea what they're doing. So a family brings their little drunk child, essentially, into this museum. It walks over to this unprotected painting that's worth tens of millions of dollars, and the kid scratches it and damages the painting. And some snobby art guy's like, oh my God, you little shit, you damaged this painting. This is an authentic Rothko. The kid's like, I ate boogers. Who's at fault there? Who's at fault? I'm going to point the finger in two different directions. Yes, the parents. The parents don't bring a small child to an art museum. I don't even like taking my kids who are in double digit numbers for age, 12 and 10. I don't like taking them to, like, say, a store that has breakable objects on there. Like, I don't even know. Like, you go to like a outlet store and they're like, this is all this fancy little china. Why the fuck are we in here? Somebody's gonna break something. Or you go to like a store with a bunch of trinkets and you're like, everybody squeeze in, arms in. Okay. I don't like taking my kids like that. And they're very competent when it comes to not touching things they're not supposed to. These idiot parents, they don't say how old the kid is, has to be a toddler. That's on them. They shouldn't do that. Don't take them to an art store or art museum. And if you do, keep a close eye on them. And if you see displays that don't have protection, that's where you're like, don't touch shit. You can't touch it. Okay? But it's also on the museum for not fucking protecting it. All you have to do is put, like, I don't know, not a rope, because those ropes don't do anything. Put up like a little barrier, barbed wire. I don't know. Could you imagine the barbed wire around it? If it's worth tens of millions of dollars, that's what I would do. Seriously, that makes no fucking sense. Seriously. Look, hold on. I'm getting it out of my drawer. This is more protected than that stupid art display. I have a bunch of cards here. Some of these aren't protected. I got a Jerry Rice card, okay? In a protective thing. Probably worth $1. I don't even know. Dion figures? That's probably not worth anything. Ricky Waters. One day if we get drunk, I'll have to tell you a good story about Ricky Waters and me. Marshall Falk rookie cards, all these things. Shaq rookie card. I think this is worth like $20, okay? All in protective casings, more protected than a $10 million+ painting. And I'm an idiot, right? I'm the idiot. Goodness gracious. I also have these like little trinkets from McDonald's from back in the day when you got a Happy Meal. They used to have like Transformer. Dude, back in the day, like McDonald's, Wendy's, they used to give out cool ass toys. But now they give shit. They're not cool like this. It's literally a Big Mac that turns into like a little robot. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, I blame everybody involved on that one, except for the kid. The kid's the only innocent one in this, oddly enough, and he's the one that did it. Blame the parents. Bad parenting. I tell you what, bad parents, they're all around us. All around us. But not you, not me. Everybody else. This is bizarre. I would never do this. Never do this. That wouldn't even cross my mind. The headline read, "My neighbor won't stop mowing my lawn." Badly. This is in Australia. I would never mow my neighbor's lawn without talking to them. I've mowed my neighbor's lawn, like my neighbor Rob, and he was out of state. He was on vacation or something like that, and I texted him. I knew it was getting long. I was like, Jesus Christ, could he take some pride in his lawn? No, it was just one of those things where I was trying to get my son reps on mowing the lawn, making sure that he just got better at it. And plus, my son Jackson, he loves mowing the lawn. Got to get my daughter into really liking it too. I want to make sure she has that skill set. But anyway, I text him. I was like, "Hey, do you want Jackson and I to take care of your lawn since you're out of town?" "Absolutely, Scott. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it." Then he like bought me some booze. That was when he was in Germany and he brought me back this really nice bottle of beer that was made by monks. It was really good. He only bought me one though. So kind of a dick move. I was like, that thing did not last. Come on, it's made by monks. Give me two, bruh. But why would you mow somebody's lawn without asking them? And then to make it worse, they're shitty at it. I'm guessing they were like scalping it. That's the only way. You either are cutting it too low, and that's a problem, and or you're not going in a pattern and you're leaving a bunch of long ass grass, like random pieces of grass up there. You can't do that. It's a dick move. It's like in a weird way, you can say, "Hey, I appreciate it, but you're terrible at it." Like you could give them a compliment, but then you immediately have to backhand them and say, "You're terrible at it. Don't ever do it again." I think I'd flip my shit if I looked out the window, unless it was Rob or my other neighbor, Jeff. Jeff has like the best lawn on the block. It's, we're all envious of it. We're always trying to go, okay, let's see if we can compete with Jeff this year. That's what we always do. It's our thing. It's not a bad thing. Like, fuck it, Jeff. Let's tie him up and put him in the basement so his lawn suffers. We're not going to do that. We've thought about it. We had a meeting. But then we opted to saying, you know what? Illegal and morally wrong. So we went a different direction and decided to go, you know what? Let's just try to up our game. Like, I think between Jeff, Scott, my other neighbor Scott, and Rob, I mean, if I saw them mowing my lawn, I'd be like, what are you guys doing? But ultimately, I know that they do a good job. I wouldn't be pissed. There's other people in the neighborhood where I'd be like, dude, motherfucker, get out of here. Okay, I'll fire up the weed whacker. I'll weed whack your face. Get the fuck out. You don't do that without asking. That's sacred. Okay? I don't want to wake up and you're like trimming my ball hairs. No, you got to ask permission. Come on. Same thing. Same exact thing. 100% apples to apples. That's so dumb. My apologies. My apologies. But hey, you got to keep everything trimmed, okay? Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. Bang, bang. And that's when I lost half the listeners. My God. My God. Another animal escaped. And I can't. I think it's funny, but it's like, I feel like I'm missing out. I haven't seen a loose animal around here other than, house cats and dogs. That's it. In Alabama, they had to shut down an interstate because a runaway kangaroo named Sheila was causing havoc. I think that would be fantastic to see. Thankfully, they shut down the highway while the owner, because who doesn't own a kangaroo in Alabama, right? Great place to own a kangaroo, I guess. But that would be just so jaw-dropping to see. You're like, wait, what the fuck? I'm going to work or whatever. Imagine like you see that after a long shift. You're driving and be like, I just want to get home, curl up in the bed and pass out, right? And then all of a sudden you look to your right or your left, there's a kangaroo making pace with your car. I'm like, what the fuck? Did I get roofied? Did somebody roofie me? Not cool, man. I think that would be an okay one to see. I wouldn't approach a kangaroo because they can mess you up. We've talked about it before. I don't want to see any sort of cat because lion, tiger, cheetah, those things will mess you up if it's in the mood. I would like to see a giraffe. Although I'd feel sorry for the giraffe because it's so tall, it would run into light posts all the time. That wouldn't be cool. Elephant would be scary because those things have such power, weight and power, but it would be so majestic looking. Like, oh my God, it's adorable. Oh my God, it just squished with somebody's car. But it would be cool looking though, right? A camel. I think the camel would be the one where I was like, I don't know if I'm scared or just in awe of this moment of seeing a fucking camel running down the street. That would just be bizarre. Bizarre. Is that a camel? Yeah, yeah. Maybe we should. No, I was gonna say something like because that then all the racist people would be out there, be like, go get so and so from down the street. They're from the Middle East, right? They know how to tame those. Be like, dude, grandpa, fuck. Jesus Christ. What? Dickheads. I don't think there's any other animals that I would like to see. A sloth, it's just gonna be you'd be concerned, like, is it roadkill? I can't tell. Is it it's moving. It's moving. There's not much koalas. They're just gonna be hanging out in the tree. Spread because don't most of those have like syphilis? It's like giving syphilis to birds and squirrels. Hey, those squirrels, you gotta get rid of them somehow. Squirrels are just rats with fuzzy or furry tails. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Now you guys are still going back to the camel thing. You're like, was that racist? It's not racist. What I'm saying is grandpa's racist, and he's just like, anybody that is from the Middle East, they assume that they can tame a camel. Don't be coming after me. Don't be coming after me. Go after grandpa. Okay? He's the one that did it. Okay? In this scenario. Anyway. Hey, we got a lot coming your way. We got tons of sports to get into. A sport that I have a hard time wrapping my brain around that's still in existence. And the fact that there's so many people that get involved in it is mind-blowing to me. Plus, the mailbag is wide open, and we got a lot going on in there. We are certainly not done yet. We got a lot to get to. But real quick, we've been getting a lot of rain here in Colorado. It's not super heavy, but it's that time of year. We're getting the spring showers, and a lot of times that can reveal roof damage. And I've been there. It sucks. And you're just like, oh, no. Well, what you got to do is you got to contact the GOAT, Roof Goat USA, because if you're having a roof issue, call them out. They can give you a free evaluation, see what's going on. They've been in business for 23 years. They know what they're doing, okay? They understand the headaches that come with fixing a roof. They're going to treat you right. Whether it's a repair, replacement, insurance claims, Roof Goat USA's experienced professionals are committed to delivering reliable and durable solutions. And you know what? They prioritize the safety and comfort of your family, making sure that your home is well protected against all the elements. Roof Goat USA guarantees their work for 30 years. Oh my God. That's all materials and labor for 30 years from date of install. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. That's so cool. For all your roofing needs, you need to contact the GOAT. Roof Goat USA, 303-495-4630. Again, 303-495-4630. Or what you can do is go to roofgoatusa.com, roofgoatusa.com. Hey, whoa, I'm not done. Oh, little Timmy the goat is getting a little, trigger happy. roofgoatusa.com. Mad goat. Holster your pistol, please. Jeez. Experience the Roof Goat USA difference today. Are we going to go with Timmy the goat? I don't know. I need more submissions. Somebody said Bob. I was like, Bob? Yeah, Bob the goat. Bob the goat. Bob the goat looks like he's on the, sitting on top of the roof, finishing the job. He's got a cigarette dangling out of the back of his, side of his mouth. Good guy. A little salty, but good guy. So, oh, you know what we need to do? We should continue with the show. Let's jump in on the sports.
Going deep, tight ends and long balls.
He starts to come, and then he pulls out.
Oh, gross!
It's sports with DeHuff.
I never understood the popularity of this sport. I guess back in the day, I mean, you're just looking for things to entertain you. The Kentucky Derby is this weekend. It's the 151st installment of the Derby. It's so bizarre. When I worked in radio, being a sports station, there was one time I had to run the broadcast. It was, we were an affiliate of, I think it was Westwood One, and they do broadcasts of football and all these other sports, basketball, I think baseball, but then also they do miscellaneous things, and one of which was the Kentucky Derby. And running a show, a broadcast for the Kentucky Derby, a race that is like a minute and a half long or whatever it is ridiculous because it's like a 3 to 4 hour broadcast. Like, what? The dumbest thing out there. But it tells you, if you got good salespeople, you can sell anything. Jesus Christ. I'm like, it was terrible. It was the most boring thing ever. It's just easy money, though, I guess. Just sit there, fire commercials when you're supposed to. And then once the race happens, you just record the whole thing. You don't even really have to cut it as far as trim up the sound. You're like, there you go. Here's the whole race. It's like a minute. Enjoy. Donkey Turd 1, whatever the fucking name is. Which, by the way, speaking of the names, I'm looking at the names of the Kentucky Derby. The best name that is racing is Flying Mohawk. Kind of a cool name, but not that great. Not that great. I feel like you guys could do better, right? Than stupid. Some of them are like, not even like Dick Hertz would be better. Jesus Christ. I do have some submissions. This was submitted. I don't know who submitted this to me. It says, for racehorse names, first one is, how's your mother? The second one is, I banged your mother. And the third one is, hey, it's me, Connery. Guess what? I banged your mother last night. Connery, God damn it. Don't access my rundown. Sorry, but did you like it? Because it was kind of funny, right? Yeah, I get it. You really gave it away at the end. What? I just wanted to be honest with you. I get it, Connery, but come on, man. Put some more creativity in it. Hey, speaking of being creative. Yes, Connery. I got nothing, but I banged your mother last night. Fuck God. Hey, DeHuff. Guess what? I made a list too. Oh, Cowboy, you made a list? All right. What are they? All right, my first one for the Kentucky Derby is nuts aplenty. Get it? Because we talking about balls. All right. Okay, Cowboy. What's the next one? Next one is grapefruits be a crackin'. Did you say that funny? Yes, I did. Who am I talking to? Myself. Because I forgot to change my voice. Grapefruits be clacking. That's a good one, Scotty. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And then, let's see. What's the last? Do you got another one? One last one? Yep. All balls that banged your mother. Hey, Scotty, that's called a collab. Connery and I came up with that one last night. After I banged your mother. Oh, guys, get the fuck out of here. Jesus. J.R. Slick wrote in, they should call one LeBron's vagina. He is a vagina. So dumb. So fucking dumb. They do need to come up with funny names because don't you think that's more sellable? Yes, they have their niche sponsors and stuff like that. But if you want to go bigger, grander, come up with some silly names. LeBron's vagina. Do you know how many people would be behind LeBron's vagina or in front of it? You know what I mean? Come up with a silly name. Devil's Taint. I don't know, something like that. You're like, Devil's Taint's coming down the line. Here comes LeBron's vagina. We're coming up, sneaking behind. And oh boy, here comes Hi Banged Your Mother. And closely behind is Grapefruit Spear Clacking. Grapefruit Spear Clacking is coming up. He's coming up. He's going to win. Oh no, it's LeBron's vagina sneaking in right at the end. That's the 101st Kentucky Derby, won by LeBron's vagina, with grapefruits be a clacking right behind. It's so dumb. Yeah, I don't get horse racing, but it's more of a social event now. People go out there, drink their mojitos or whatever, or maybe it's not mojitos, it's something else, but it's more of a social thing. You wear a big goofy hat, ladies, and have fun. Nothing wrong with it. But I just couldn't imagine being super jazzed to go out there. Shedeur Sanders, by the way, is the top selling rookie NFL jersey as of right now. Although all the Browns fans that are buying it, they're getting it with the number 2. But apparently the Cleveland Browns tweeted out a picture of what they made Shedeur wearing a jersey, but it wasn't the number 2, it was the number 5. So they're getting the wrong jersey. Interesting. We'll see. Good for him. He's beating out Travis Hunter, which, by the way, I didn't mention this the other day. I have to bring this up. I thought it was so neat to see Travis Hunter so excited to be drafted. He was like so excited to be on a team. That is a guy that loves his life right now. And if you can't get behind him, boy, I don't care if you're a Jags fan or not. I want to see him succeed so badly because he is a genuine, nice human being. Fantastic. He's like all giddy. He's putting on the helmet at the press conference like, look at me, guys. I'm a professional football player. Like he's so excited. He's staying in Florida to work with beautiful hair guy and get things rolling. He is at work. He is a guy that is 100% in. And the only thing that scares me that's going to trip him up is relationships outside of the game. And not to say it will, but those are always the things. I always tell people this. When you're starting a career, you need to be 100% in on yourself. It makes it a lot easier. Doesn't mean it can't be done. No, it's not impossible at all. But especially for something like that where you're learning plays and it's so much, and you got all this new money and stuff like that, it's easy for your personal life to derail you and cause you to lose focus. I hope he does well. And I know a lot of people are on the Shedeur Sanders hate bandwagon. I want to see him do well too. I want to see him shock the world. And somehow, I don't know if that means he gets traded. I don't know if just by injuries he ends up becoming the guy. But I want to see him do well. I do. And shut everybody up. So good for Travis, good for Shedeur. But ultimately, come on. Travis Hunter is like, you just can't help but smile when you see him smile. You're like, oh my God, look how happy he is. He is a guy that walks into the room and automatically changes the energy to positivity. That's what you want. That's what you want, whether it's in life or in sports or in business. You want somebody that walks through the door and makes you want to be there. That's him. That's Travis Hunter. So good luck to them. I don't need to talk about any other drama surrounding Shedeur, but we do need to get into the mailbag.
Mailbag. You've got mail.
This comes in from Johnny. Johnny says, LaFlop and the Fakers got eliminated last night from the playoffs. Will he retire or continue to taint his legacy by playing bitch ball? Thanks. Love the show. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah. I'm glad that they're out of the playoffs. You know, they're looking like idiots after, making that Luka trade and then not doing anything with it. LeBron needs to retire. He probably won't, Johnny, to answer your question. He won't. And it's going to, like you said, continue to taint his legacy. You see the way he acts on the court. Here's the thing. He can ball still. He's still really fucking good. But he ruins it by being the worst flopper in the league. Everybody else does it too. Jokic included. Okay? They're not innocent little princesses in this situation. No. Just about everybody does it. And it's ruining basketball. But LeBron is the king of flopping and bitching and complaining and traveling and carrying the ball. He does the basics wrong. And that's frustrating. I don't know if it was last night's game or just sometime in this series. LeBron drives and there's not good, clean audio of it, but you can make it out. He is looking right at the ref. He's like, "You're not going to call that dumbass shit?" And then Ant's right behind him, and he's like, "That's a technical." And then the ref's like, "No, it's not." And he said, "If I did that, you're calling a technical." LeBron gets away with it. Don't know why. It's annoying. It ruins the game. If I'm in charge of the NBA, I'm having a come to Jesus meeting with the refs and telling them this shit stops now. We have softened the league by allowing pussies like LeBron James to run out of control. You're screwing up the game. It's a beautiful game when it's played right. And when you got LeBron and other individuals, like I said, Jokic, flopping, it doesn't help sell the product. It makes you irritated. It makes you just focus on your team, and then you don't want to dirty up your mind and your eyeballs with watching other teams play because you just can't fucking stand it. The softness of the league is getting out of hand. And it's influenced and heated up by LeBron James. LeBron James should retire. But he's physically able to play. He's 40, 41, whatever he is. He can still play. But he ruins it. He is ruining his legacy by being such a bitch. Right? And I hate to say that about somebody, but when you watch him, you're like, come on, man, stop. Just quit doing that. If he came back next season and he threw that out of his game, he stopped flopping, stopped traveling, stopped carrying the ball, stopped mouthing off and acting like a bent ass hoe that ain't getting her paycheck, right? If he stopped that and just played ball, he would help fix his damaged legacy. He's going to the Hall of Fame. No brainer, right? But we're all going to have that asterisk in our mind when his name gets brought up. Yeah, he's really good, but my God, he was a baby. Mr. T responded to who was it? I don't remember what I posted something, but anyway, he responded. He said, "Is LeBron the milk toast of the NBA?" And then he answered the question. Yes. Yeah, he is. He's ruining the NBA. For as good as he is, and for as much greatness that he has contributed to the NBA, he's also damaging it. The best thing for the NBA would be for LeBron James to retire. Yes, he's physically able to play on at least another season, but the way he plays, the way he flops, the way he bends bends everything, bow to me, referees. Sure, I took 5 or 6 steps. What's the big deal? Come on. Then he bitches and complains about everything, acts like he got shot in the face when he gets a little bit of a foul. He's ruining his legacy by doing that. He can still play, but he's continuing to cause damage, not only to his legacy, but to the NBA. He should retire, but most likely he's not. He's not. He needs to go. He needs to go. Megan wrote in for just a random question, which I really, really appreciate. Megan said, "Hey, what's the worst type of food?" Megan, I'll tell you this: unseasoned food, because then I hate to say this, everybody loves Raising Cane's chicken strips. Eat the chicken strips without their sauce. Every time I've done it, because a lot of people will get that catered, and you eat it, and you're like, the strips alone aren't good. To me, they need to both be good. The sauce obviously is good, but the chicken strips need to be seasoned properly. It's like I eat Popeyes. I love Popeyes. You eat that chicken by itself, it's good, right? I hate to say it, not a fan of Raising Cane's, and I know I'm going against the grain on that. If you want good chicken strips, I'll tell you where to go. Go to King Soopers or Safeway, stuff like that. Their delis have really good chicken strips. That is a hidden gem that's right in front of you. Don't always be going to the chicken restaurants when you got a good deli. They do a good job. That's my thing. Listen, Megan, you're getting me all upset here, okay? My heart rate's skyrocketing. Bad, poorly seasoned food drives me nuts. Because then you're just tasting plain. The only thing that really can be good without much seasoning, in my mind, is a steak or a burger. But usually, like a burger, you have other things around it. Maybe ketchup, mustard, mayo, something like that, pickles, cheese, stuff like that. But a good steak can have just a little bit of salt, maybe a little bit of pepper, and you're good. But even a steak that isn't seasoned well, if it's cooked well, can still be really good. So that's my big thing. But if I was talking to somebody today about like Bad Daddy's, there's a Bad Daddy's, like 5-10 minutes down the road from where I live on 120th, and I think that's technically North Glen over there. And oh my God, they have some really good fucking burgers. Oh, so good. Listen, guys, I'll give free love out there to places that treat me right and have good products. That's one too that is just good. Every time I've been there, it's good food, good service. Okay, not a sponsor. They should be, but they're not. They're not. Oh. I get their burger that has like all the extra bacon on it. It's like an obscene amount of bacon. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Probably not the best for me health-wise, but it's delicious. Thank you, Megan. Now I'm hungry. Way to go. Going into the leftovers segment, Shane wrote on Facebook in regards to the 100 men versus one gorilla conversation that was just popping off the past couple days. He said he'd go with boomers or Generation X on 100 of them taking on one gorilla. But he said, let's be honest, 100 guys with no weapons, that gorilla would have everyone torn in half in under 5 minutes. We talked about there's a simulation of it, and yeah, it doesn't end well. You got to think that the gorilla has that primal instinct because it's deep in it. Whereas we have become soft. We have been drifting away from that aggressiveness, that overwhelming fear of survival. Like, we have to survive. We don't have it as deep as they do. And if it's a full-grown gorilla, I really don't. The more I think about it, it's like, yeah, Shane, I completely agree with you. Boomers and maybe boomers. Maybe boomers. You got the scent of, icy hot, dancing across the battlefield before the fight begins. Smells like Ben Gay, or is that icy hot, or blah, blah, blah. Right? Boomers drinking their Metamucil before going into battle. But I got to take a shit afterwards. Come on. I don't see it. I don't see it ending well. It would be terrifying. How many of those 100 men would lose their nerve going into the battle? You would lose some of that. You'd lose in that sense too. And you wouldn't want to run away, then be like, oh man, they need my help, and then go back in, because then the numbers are even smaller. It's not good. Shane, thanks for interacting on that. That's true. It's so true. Let's see if we got any more coming in on who wrote this. Hold on one second. This is live. Oh, that's in regards to yesterday's topic of the Southwest Airlines flight that landed in Chicago after that female passenger stripped naked and defecated on her seat mid-flight. It's another Shane. He wrote, ew, ew. Yeah. So bizarre. So gross. So disgusting. Ugh. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the show. Really appreciate it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, however you're consuming it. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't done it yet, and we'll be good to go. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Big thanks to Roof Goat USA. Hey, they're dominating Michigan. Now they're here in Colorado. And if you got a roof issue, contact the GOAT, Roof Goat USA. They're the best. They are the GOAT. They're the GOAT for a reason. Call them up at 303-495-4630 or go to roofgoatusa.com. You guys are amazing. Have a wonderful day. Let's continue to move forward. I'll talk to you next time.